Welcome to The Walk-In, a podcast where doors stay open and stories unfold one conversation at a time. Hosted by Christopher Michael Sean, author, poet, actor, and lifelong student of people and purpose. Here, you're more than just a listener. You're part of the room, part of the story. In every episode, someone sits down, breathes deep, and shares what drives them, what keeps them moving, and what keeps them dreaming. This is a space for dreamers, doers, and those still finding their way. So pull up a chair, pour something warm, and let's take a walk into the soul.
I heard you were excited about today.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Uh,
I'm stoked. I'm so excited to be on your show. This is a very cool community.
yeah. It's a very small, very still much so young and beginning community, but it's awesome
Yeah.
to get the opportunity to bring creatives together,
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
it's actually wild because so our podcast joined the Podmatch community,
Mm.
and Podmatch helps your podcast like connect with other people to do more interviews and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, but honestly, my most effective strategy is doom scrolling on TikTok until I find somebody who's creative. Like half of our people now are from TikTok, and I have more scheduled for like the first week of January because nobody really wants to do an interview the week of Christmas.
Right.
So I have a bunch scheduled, and I'm dating the episode really, if I put this in the episode. But yeah, I have like 3 or 4 interviews the first week of January.
Hell
So
yeah,
that's
dude. That's inspirational as hell too. Seeing all these new guys come on the fucking server, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and I'm hopeful that eventually the community can like do like I don't know, man. It's gonna be awesome to see it like grow authentically. Like if people start saying like, "Hey, you guys should join the Walk-In podcast. Like talk to the host. He's really cool."
hell yeah.
That'd be really nice because if our community grows, if this becomes something that's like self-sustained, it would be amazing. I
Yeah,
know
dude.
that especially with the Discord, I'll need to pick people to be moderators and admins and stuff. Right now, I have a couple trusted friends who are in that position, but they're not even really active. But that's okay. It's okay. Anyways, aside from that, I'm glad you're
Mhm.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about your story as a writer and as a creative.
Dude, thank you.
So, which, by the way, God, let me mute my phone. I swear. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
how's cursing? Am I allowed to put around a little?
oh. Listen, this you can curse if you want to. Just try to keep
Cool.
things at least somewhat friendly. Like don't bring up stuff that would possibly offend.
Right, of course, Yeah.
But at the same time, if anything's said that isn't really like, Spotify or YouTube friendly, I
Mm.
usually notate it. And Craig here helps with it. I can click a little button and it'll notate
Oh,
right where we are. So
oh,
no,
Craig,
no
darling.
worries. Oh, Craig, darling, thank you so much.
What a dear.
Yeah. What a dear. Can I change his name in Discord? Hold on. Probably not. Change nickname. I'll
Hell yeah,
fuck with
dude.
that later. Maybe not
Walking through the
mid-record.
TikTok trenches, though. That's how you find people.
Listen, man, I have a couple more. Ziello was telling us he hates his last name, and I still use it. He was telling me how he loves seeing other voice actors join.
Fuck
Last night
yeah.
I was watching TikTok and I ran into somebody doing one of his voice actor challenges and I was like, dude, that's awesome. And so I commented and I was like, hey, do you wanna come onto the podcast? Uh it's awesome to see so many new people. Um, we've got Dina, who's a composer, and we got all these
Ooh.
voice actors, and slowly bringing in more authors. There's someone I'm actually really excited about this one. In the first week of January, we'll be talking to another podcast host, and she
Oh,
actually like travels in a van and
oh
records
shit.
in the van. Yeah, how cool is that?
That is
I
cool
want
as
to
hell.
say, I want to say her podcast name is Shan in a Van, Sham in a Van, something like that. And bro, she is so inspiring. Like literally hearing her, her story and, she's very humble.
Oh,
Um, let me,
hey, you're
because
inspiring
so
too, dude. Like this is a
I
very inspiring movement.
No, I try to be, and honestly, what she's doing is so similar. It's so similar. Like she's, running a podcast, running a dream, and she's
Oh
very
yeah.
humble. She's very authentic with it. She's not being like, there's so many people out there, and I'm not going to say anybody's names, obviously, but there's so many people out there that whenever they run their, whatever it is that they're running, you can tell it's not 100% legit. Like they're doing
Mm,
it for money or they're doing it for fame. But no, it's like she's just on the road. She's existing. She's asking the big questions.
yeah.
Like the other day she posted a video that was like, I seriously wonder to myself, like, I don't have an answer to this question. Like, why don't I just stop traveling? Why don't I stop sacrificing so much and having to put myself into a survival mode every single day?
Mm,
And I'm not saying that, I just told her, I was like, listen, sometimes the answer to your question, you know, there is no answer. Sometimes it's just
yeah.
whatever your heart is seeking, you know. I
Maybe
think
it's a subtle realization you have at 3 a.m., you know?
yeah, I
But who
think
wants
that
to swim
whenever
swim to the stream anyway? Swim upstream.
yeah, and that's the thing is there's going to be voices out there that tell you, "No, no, no, this is the way you should be doing it. The way you're doing it is wrong." And I'm
Mhm.
not saying you should ignore every voice that comes at you, but you have to be willing to listen to the voice in your chest saying that you're meant for more than this, because you are. You're capable than more than this. And
Beautiful.
that's just thank you. That's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of it. We as creatives, we as dreamers have so much potential. And that's the beautiful thing about what I'm hoping this podcast becomes. I'm hoping it becomes a launching platform for dreamers everywhere. That people can come here and either hear an episode and feel inspired, feel motivated, or they can come here, come onto an episode, feel heard, feel seen. There's something I said a couple episodes ago where, you know, in today's world, everyone's handed a pair of headphones and told, "Listen, don't
Mm.
speak." But my goal, my dream is to hand people a microphone and say,
Yeah.
"Speak your truth. Speak
Aw,
your dream." You know?
damn, dude. I do already feel so heard. I feel like, I mean, it's been so easy for me to feel invisible, you know? Like, not very many people have even read me, is how I feel. But I'm
It's
just out
no,
here. It's just me and the docs, Google Docs, just hashing it out. It's easy to feel like there's nobody else out there.
me and ChatGPT, oh my boy. But no, that's the thing, and some people say it's like my superpower is being able to see people because I don't see people for any sort of goal. I literally
Mm.
just pay attention and I remember and I listen. It's like, wow, okay. Like I wish everybody was like that. It's so to in my brain, it's like, hey, whenever I'm talking to somebody, I know it's like treat other people the way you want to be treated. I know that I would hope, somebody would remember things about me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like if I bring you on the podcast and I'm like, "What was your name again? Oh, what was your dream again? What was everything about you?
Yeah, shit.
You liked to bake pies and your name was Tom, right? No, oh, it's Frank and you're a right. Oh, right, my bad.
Oh,
Close.
ooh.
So, ooh. I do like pie though. I do like pie.
Oh, yes.
Yes, indubitably, sir. But no, but anyways, so I'm glad I'm actually very blessed to be in the position that I am, where the podcast is doing well, and I'm able to sit
Yeah.
here as the host and listen to these wonderful stories. Honestly, every time I sit here, I'm inspired by all these stories and all these, dreams and passions because it reminds me that I'm not alone. It reminds me that I'm seen as well,
Hell yeah.
And It's like for a long time, if you listen to some of the episodes, you're like, man, that was like a 9-minute episode of Chris just talking to himself. Like, yeah, yeah, but man, I now I have the issue of like, bro, am I gonna be able to record an episode about just me? Am I gonna be able to sit here and talk about the things that I want to talk about? Which it's a good problem to have. I'm happy to
Right.
have it because that means that I have so many interviews in place that I don't have time to sit here and tell you about how I used to play basketball or I used to play violin for 9 years or whatever. All
Very
these
cool.
cool stories. Yeah. The other day, I had an idea of creating a Chris Lore episode where I
Ooh.
talk about the things that kind of forged me today, the things that like helped me learn lessons early. Uh, for
Yeah.
example, I'll tell you a quick one. So, um, I had some issues at work, and my friend was like,
Mhm.
"Just don't talk about it on social media. Don't tell anybody." He's like, "You can feel emotional about it, but just don't." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that." I was like, "Listen, whenever I was younger, I was in high school, it's my senior year, just
Mm.
about to graduate, and there was a situation in a classroom. There was a classmate yelling and cursing at my friend, accusing him of something he didn't even do. So it became like two sides of the classroom. One side was saying, "Oh, you said this." The other one, which was the one I was on, was like, "No, he didn't." And eventually, like, some girl got up and was like berating him, and then I got up and started berating her. I was like, "No, stop it. My boy is innocent." Uh,
Dang.
anyways, so that dialed off. It died off, and then like later that day, I recorded a YouTube video because of course I did. And I was like, yeah, I didn't mention any names. I didn't mention any locations. I was like, hey, at a random school in a random state, random city, a random girl said random things to a random guy, and random
Mm.
things happened. And I posted it on the internet. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna get any views. Thousands. It got
Yeah.
thousands of views.
People
I
love their
walked
tea,
into
man, sleeping on that.
Oh yeah. I walked into school the next day and I didn't even know it got thousands of views, but people were referencing the things that I said in the video and I was like,
Ooh.
"Oh, fuck." And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really a popular kid until then. I guess the rebellious nature of talking shit about something that happened in school can get you popular for a little bit. So
That's
the
cool.
tail end of my senior year, I was kind of popular. So yay. Uh,
Dang,
but
what a journey.
yeah, and then so the principal pulls me into the office and he's like, "Listen, if you don't take down that fucking video, you are expelled. No fucking chance." He goes, "I am going to expel you right the fuck now if you do not remove that video." I was like,
What a
I was
clown.
crying. Dude, I was crying. I was a straight A student. I was a theater kid. I was quiet.
Man,
I didn't do nothing wrong. He was like, "You can never be an office aide again. You're toast. You're roasted." And I was like, "I'm so sorry." I
power tripping on
was
a high school
crying.
senior. Get a real job, you fucking bum.
Dude, that guy was cruel, but it's okay.
Yeah.
So I was really smart with it. I was like, you know what I'll do? I was like, I'll just put the video as unlisted. I bet this, respectfully, I bet this old bitch doesn't even know that you can unlist a video and then just put it back to public. So that's exactly what I did, but I was
Bruh.
smart about it. So I put it to unlisted and I waited till graduation. He hugs me at graduation. He goes, you know, I'm really proud of you. You really did really well this year, with you getting rid of that video. I'm just so proud of you. And I'm just like smirking and it's like, oh, just you fucking wait. Once I get
Oh.
that diploma in the mail. So then, like, as soon as I got the diploma, I didn't wait that till graduation day. I waited till I got the diploma in the mail, like late July, because I
Ooh.
knew yeah, because if I had done it then, they might have just pulled my diploma, which they
Oh, yeah.
could have done, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I waited till I had my physical diploma. I posted it to the public, and I kid you not, within the week, that principal was emailing me. I don't even know what the fuck he said because I don't give a shit. Sorry, motherfucker. I don't go to your school anymore. You know what I mean?
Sayonara.
Sayonara. I'm going to college. See you later. You know?
Wow. Yeah, taught
Yeah.
that motherfucker a lesson.
Yeah. But, you learn. Well, I learned that, yeah. some things just need to stay off the internet. Some things don't need to be out there in the universe. You can be angry about something. You can journal about it. You can tell your
Oh,
best friends in private about it, but don't talk about it on the internet for the love
hell
of
yeah.
everything because you don't know how quickly that's going to blow off. You don't know, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm very big on the write a hateful letter and throw it away type of move, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I've
man.
processed so much in my life that through that way, and then, like, I'll look at the letter again, and I'll be like, "That's not even who I am. It's just poison that I just let out of my system."
You look at it, you're like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Why is he
Yeah.
why is he so angry all the time?"
Yeah, why is he worked up about this thing? It's not even nothing.
It's really nothing. I mean, come on.
Come
What?
on.
Somebody put the wrong kind of cheese on your fucking burger? What? Who gets mad at that? No, that reminds me of another story. My mom, it was while I was working Taco Bell. I was in college working Taco Bell,
Oh, yeah.
and my mom goes through the drive-through of like a McDonald's or a Burger King, and they didn't take the mayonnaise off of her burger. She asked them
Ah,
to. She
rookie.
was yelling at right. She was yelling at them in the drive-through, and I was like, "Mom, they make like $8 fucking an hour. You can talk to them like they're human, and they'll be way nicer about it." Like, you don't have to yell at them. She was like, "No, because like, well, I'm a fucking nurse. What if what if I was allergic to mayonnaise?" I was like, "Mom, you're not allergic to mayonnaise. Chill out. It's all good. Just tell them you don't want mayonnaise. They'll probably give you a free burger and probably
Yeah.
like a fucking like what we did at Taco Bell. And this is a secret. It's a trade
Ooh,
secret, so keep it between
ooh.
us. All right? Don't put it out there, even though
Big
we're
Taco's
recording
gonna
on
come for you.
yeah, no. Big tacos. Hey, listen, don't make me call Crunchwrap Supreme, okay?
We're gonna drop a Crunchwrap Supreme on you, Nick.
Uh, hey, wait, did you hear the quesarito's back? Did you
Oh,
hear that
real?
shit? Dude,
Okay. Okay.
it's real. The
Yeah.
quesarito, baby. All
Bring it
right, no,
back.
but bring it back. So anytime a customer like had a legitimate grievance, like, oh, we fucked up their order, like their food was cold or they were missing shit or whatever, or they had to wait 30 fucking minutes in the line. We're like,
Hey.
you know what? Yeah, you're learning really quickly why it's okay to curse because I definitely curse. I'm like, you know what? Like we would give them like one of those little apple empanadas or whatever the fuck, or we'll give them some like cinnamon twists, or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll give them a free taco, like whatever. Like, hey, forget about it. You know?
Forget about it. Here's something free.
Hey, here's some free shit for you. I'm sorry about the inconvenience. Uh,
Bye.
yeah, bye. Uh, Man, I could literally do an episode on Taco Bell horror stories because
I
God,
bet you
there's
could.
so many. Yeah, yeah. I've had people crawl through the freaking window to try to beat my ass. I'm
Hey,
telling
oh,
you.
Taco
Hey, I'm
Bell's not
telling
that
you.
deep.
It's not that deep, okay? Come on.
Oh.
This isn't this isn't Pizza Hut. There's not deep dish around here. Calm down.
This
Forget
look.
about it.
Ay, ay,
Oh,
ay.
okay, okay. All right. So, uh, man, let's get into it. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
tell me about your writing, man, because you said that you're a writer.
Mm,
So
yeah.
tell me about it.
Yeah, I started writing. So I went to high school. I went I did all this shit. I actually went to a Catholic high school. Catholic school all 12 years of my education. And it I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was done. Like I went into welding in community college. This is 19, like right before COVID happened, right? And
Uh-huh.
all of a sudden this shop class that I was taking, suddenly you couldn't go into the fucking shop. Oh goddamn. I guess I'm not going to be a welder then. It set my college program back so much I wasn't able to pay for the rest of it. But one of the classes I did take was an English literature class. And one teacher, Mr. Jamie Gallagher, told me that he liked the way I wrote. And like that was it. That was the difference I needed. And I started writing like that weekend. I started writing my first book. And write to books. I was like, I don't know how to do any of this, but I'm not fucking around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You start
But
writing, you're just like, hey, I'm not fucking around. I'm getting shit done.
yeah, at least if I have words on the page, like I'm getting somewhere, right? And that's how I function day to day now. It's like if I didn't write at least a sentence, at least I edited something, at least I thought up a new concept and kept it in a concept page. But yeah, before I knew it, like I have 4 manuscripts now. I'm not even considering that old one, that first one. I'm not even like, oh God, what a dumpster fire. But
Hey, we all gotta
like
start somewhere. Like literally every
exactly.
dumpster fire, they build you up to where you're going.
Goddamn
S-
right. Yeah, like now I actually have a manuscript I'm proud of that I'm waiting to hear back from publishing agents for. That's a
Yeah,
crazy feeling.
no, that's awesome. I'm still sitting on my documentary and I'm trying to publish it by the end of the year and I don't know anything about how to publish.
It's
So here I
tough.
am.
It's tough. It's like the classic scenario of a boys club, but like we ain't the right boys, you know?
We ain't the right boys.
Yeah, it's just all this internal who you know, nepotism, like it's closed off if you're not in the right circle.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think it's really awesome whenever you can, because not everybody can write. Not everybody can sit down and formulate a
Dang.
story. And, I think that everybody's writing style is different, and that's what makes them unique. That's what makes them powerful. My
Yeah.
what I write, I excel in well, I have a documentary that I'm trying to publish. That's the one I'm trying to publish by the end of the year. But I
Oh
also
yeah.
have like a detective novel that I wrote a couple years ago.
Oh,
That's just been
cool.
Yeah, it's just been sitting there. So, while I write detective novels, you might write, fantasy or whichever,
Oh yeah.
what is it
Big
that they
on the
use
sci-fi.
specifically? Sci-fi?
Yeah, I do lots of fiction. I did a sci-fi one, I did a fantasy one, I did an apocalyptic one.
Apocalyptic?
Dupocalypse?
No, no, wait, I'm not making fun of how you
Oh
said
no,
that. I
yeah.
just want to know,
An
is that a new
apocalyptic.
word that I'm stupid about?
No, 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 just like apocalyptic, like
Oh,
Fallout themed, imagine.
okay. I was like, wait, is there another word that I just don't know?
Hey, yo, new word just dropped.
New word, just
Hey, that's
new
the
lore.
beautiful thing
Let's
about
go,
English, man. They freestyle in that shit. I make up new words all
bro.
the time.
Dude, yeah. Honestly, I, f- I feel like an old man every time a new word drops, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, 6, 7.
Oh god. Yeah, that's real. That's real. That makes you feel old.
Yeah. How old are you? Would you mind telling me, or
Oh,
if it's fine?
I'm 24. I'm gonna turn 25 in February.
Oh man, how old do you think I am? Go ahead, break my heart.
Uh, I don't know. You've got like a older bearing about you, but I think you've got youth inside you. I think they're like 20. I think you're actually pretty much the same age. 23, maybe 24.
Okay, okay. I'm 27, so close.
Really? Hey,
Yeah,
that's nice.
bro. There's people who see me and they're like, "Oh, dude, you got to be 35." The other day,
Hey,
I wore a hat at work and I took it off and like I messed with my hair, and someone was like, "Oh, dude, I thought you didn't have any hair, bro. Like you've got nice hair." I'm like, "Thanks." I think.
thanks.
How old did you think I was? What the fuck?
Goddamn, bro.
Like, dude, you take the hat off and you lose like 10, 20 years. Like what? Wait, what do you mean 10, 20? Oh, what the fuck?
Jeez, damn. He's
You
punching
take
up
away.
40 years old.
Yeah, bro. Listen, if you take away 10 to 20 years, I'm barely here, okay?
I'm full. I'm this many. God damn.
Oh shit. So, see what's man, because that's got to be like you said, you've got to know people, you've got to be in the know for, finding how to publish and how to get in that. How
Yeah.
how was that process for you, like finding a way to get it done? It must have been exhausting.
It it is. It's honestly the biggest learning process out of this whole thing. Like learning my own style of writing, learning how to edit efficiently, learning what makes a good story. That all came like with a little bit of work. But like the watching the YouTube videos to understand the system, the reaching out to different sources online to find big old storage units full of literary agents and their numbers. That shit is exhausting because I all this time I've been putting out like these feelers trying to get shit done. I've got like maybe 2 responses from people. That's
Yeah.
tough. I've been doing it for like a year and a half now.
Hey, but here's the thing, man. It's I think that, and then me and Ziella were talking about it before. Like the biggest thing is consistent. One of the biggest things is consistency.
Oh yeah,
And
man.
you were talking about like your previous failures, like dumpster fires.
Yeah.
Failure really is a great teacher. Failure is a necessary milestone on your pathway to success.
Or
Absolutely.
enough. Or
Because it
enough.
is going like and the reason why is because whenever you learn how to ride a bike, you don't just hop on it, fall, and then go, well, I guess I'm never running a bike unless you're my ex-girlfriend, which I spent $250 on her like favorite bike that she always wanted to ride. She didn't
Bruh.
know how to ride it. Like we're in our early 20s. It's like, hey, by now you should know how to ride a bike, but it's okay that you don't. Let's get you
Yeah.
riding a bike. So I spent $250 on a bike. She gets on it. She rides like 2 blocks, and I'm like so proud of her. She's doing so
Yeah.
well. And then she crashes, and I go and help her. She's okay. And she's like, I'm never fucking touching a bike again. I'm like, wait, no.
Oh,
I was like, it's all part of the process. Like, let me help you. And she said no. That bike has been sitting in my mom's storage shed for years.
bruh.
Mostly because her and I aren't dating anymore because she decided to, I don't know. Anyways, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not gonna trauma dump you, bro. Don't worry.
Hey, no,
Uh,
it's all right. I like it. I mean, people have told me that I'm easy to talk to, so I enjoy
hey,
that.
me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally snuck into my recording cafe. I didn't know that was possible. I did not
Sneaky,
know.
sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I just hear you breathe, and I'm like, huh?
The hell?
What? I'm like,
Devontae, is that you?
must have been the wind. No, but yeah, I remember whenever well, I was really young, I started writing stories. I wrote a zombie apocalypse story,
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
I mean, everybody who's like 10 years old wants to write that story, right? Totally normal. Uh, I don't even know if I have that anymore. I hope I do. It's like on like really crappy sheets of paper somewhere.
Dude, that
Um,
me too. My first thing was like Fallout fan fiction. I think I still have it in a drawer somewhere on fucking lined printer paper.
oh man. Okay, wait, real quick. Which Fallout is the best Fallout?
Ooh, that's tough. I do like the gameplay of 4, but there's a certain nostalgia I have for 3, and I think New Vegas is probably my favorite balance of the 2.
My favorite is Fallout 4, but it's not the
Okay.
best. I think the best is New Vegas.
Like, it's just got that
It's
je ne
got
sais
everything.
quoi.
Yeah. It's got the je ne sais quoi, je ne sais pas. Do you know what
Indeed.
je ne sais pas? Did you say je ne sais pas or je ne sais quoi?
Je ne sais quoi.
Okay. Uh,
Man,
J'ai pas le mot en bon français, monsieur.
un petit français.
Ooh, très bien.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Which means yes, yes.
Oui, oui.
No, but yeah, it was like I don't even remember the basic story of it. It was a lot of like my friends all wanted to be in the book, so I spent most
Mm.
of my time trying to figure out ways to add them in naturally.
Oh,
And
that's
then
cool.
it was like, what would we do if the zombie apocalypse happened? Like, oh, we'd go do. Man, actually, I do kind of remember. So there was a housing complex not far from where we lived that was all gated, and it was huge.
Ooh,
It's like in the
perfect.
story. Right, of course. So in the story, we go over there and like there's little things happening, like there's people disappearing, and then we have to you have to go figure out what's going on there, and then there's like a breach in the wall. We got to go figure out that, little mysteries here and there. Like we create a supply chain with like the different like WalMarts and stuff, like all this, bro.
I love
I had
that.
a whole network going on. It was dope. We repurposed school buses. We put
Ooh,
like armor up on the sides and shit, rams in the front. Dude, I remember now. Yeah, it was actually a pretty cool story. I
hell yeah.
loved it. It was awesome. Uh, but
Goddamn.
yeah, yeah, and I was like 10, 11 years old, something like that.
Hell yeah,
Uh,
dude. That's so cool.
yeah, I think I never really thought about publishing. I just loved writing. I loved, telling a story that I just came up with in my head. Um,
Yeah.
like Thomas James Ferguson, that's my detective novel. He's an Irish police officer, and
Hell yeah.
like the inspiration there was actually it was a video game. I was playing 5M, which is like a modded version of GTA, and that's how
Oh,
I came up with the inspiration for that. So, but yeah, what's inspired you? Like you said, you've written all sorts of like, well,
yeah.
fiction, fantasy, sci-fi. What's been your inspiration?
Yeah, and I'm branching out into, like, short stories and a little bit of poetry. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the same way. Like I've always liked stories my whole life. I've always like when I would play with all these little action figures I inherited from like my dad and stuff. I'd like set up these battle scenes and make a whole story like when I was 4. I've been into it my whole life and I've just been blind to it since till I was like 20. And this one teacher was like, "Hey, listen, I think you have what it takes." And I was like, I never even considered it. I draw a lot of inspiration from like movies, from just like even just like interpersonal interactions, like the way people talk to each other is like such a particular thing that if you fake it and badly, then like everybody can tell.
Oh yeah, no, and there's situations where like you can be sitting with someone and because you write stories, because you know the ins and outs of that, like you kind of become an expert in like human interaction. You kind of become an expert, not like an expert, but you become
Yeah,
knowledge in human interaction and like
start to pick
human
it up more,
psyche.
notice things.
Yeah, you're like, wait a second, hold
Hold
on. The
on.
way you're talking right now, I can tell you're fucking lying right through your teeth. You know? Like the other day, one of my compatriots. I don't know what you'd call them.
Yes, a colleague of
Yes, of
mine.
course. Yes. Uh, he was using compassion as a weapon, and I
Ooh,
noticed it because like I don't use compassion as a weapon. I'm just overly compassionate.
yeah,
I'm
that
told it's
confused
one
me
of my
actually for a
weaknesses.
second. Passion as a
What?
weapon, that's dynamic. Like what?
Yeah. So. And I think it's something that detectives do too, where they want you to think of them as a friend. So they sit down, they're like, "Oh yeah, so tell me about college. Tell me about how are you feeling? How's everything going? How's your mom doing? Your mom's doing good? Oh, that's good, man. Yeah, my mom, she's, been in the hospital, but she's getting better. But hey,
Dang.
man, just thanks for sitting with me, bro. Like honestly, but also fuck you, you know? So like they use compassion to get you vulnerable where you're like, wow,
Man,
I'm comfortable with this person. And then they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, you dunzo. You dunzo burrito.
damn.
You're no longer in the fan club. Return your books to the office immediately. You can never come back to the book club. You
Never
are
come
banned
back.
from Fight Club. Yeah, exactly.
Spoonful of sugar to make the fucking poison go down easier, goddamn.
Yeah, no, there's people out there like that, man. So whenever I was listening to him talk, it was like, I don't know. You should have been there because like, man, a fly on the wall, the look I gave him of like, wait, I know what you're doing. Like, I know what you're doing. And then it happened, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how did I know? And why the fuck are you like this?
Oh my
I
god, your ultra instincts triggered.
I was like, I thought we were chill, bro. I thought we were cool. They weren't doing it to me. They were doing it to some random person. But I was like, I thought we were chill, bro. What the fuck? I can't be known
Man.
around you. Listen,
Yeah, right?
I have a reputation to uphold, and you're ruining that reputation. You're making me look
Goddamn
bad.
right. Fucking snake, man. Venomous as hell.
No, but I mean, man, that's why whenever people talk to me, some people talk to me, they're like really cautious, and it makes so much sense. And I try to be really careful around them because I get it. I've been burned before by people that I thought were, reliable and truly compassionate.
Yeah.
Um, and it's something that in Thomas James Ferguson in that book that hopefully one day I'll publish.
Hell yeah.
Um, he falls in love with a girl named
Ooh.
Bella, which is, French for beautiful.
Ooh la la.
Uh, ooh la la. Um, he falls in love with this girl in the middle of an investigation. And for some
Whoa.
odd reason, it doesn't click to him until way later. I don't even make it apparent to the audience. I just make it seem to the audience like, oh yeah, he just keeps running into this girl at the bus stop everywhere. And like they fall in love. They go get ice cream in the rain. It's like, oh,
Oh,
romantic.
yeah.
Yeah, ice cream in the rain. What's not more romantic than
What?
catching the cold the next day? Uh, so, it's there. There was one day where Thomas got a call. He was on duty. He got a call to the hospital that because they got married. So the hospital that his wife was working at. So he's very emotional. He's very like adrenaline is just pumping. So he
Damn.
rushes over. They figure out a scene command. They go in to try and see what's going on. So basically, somebody who had been like basically smuggling and selling like the drugs and stuff, the medicines,
Sure.
they had barricaded themselves in an office with hostages. So obviously
Ooh.
it's a very dangerous hostage situation. Ferguson's trying to call his wife. Nobody's answering. Nobody's answering. Nobody's answering. So he's really scared. She's not outside with the rest of the people that got out. So
Oh.
she has to be in that room. That's literally all he's thinking. So they rush up to the floor. They go up to the door, and just as they're about to like start talking, as like get ready to breach, the door opens, and a knife plunges into him. And just as it plunges into him, he fires his gun, and then he looks down and he realizes that it's his wife, and it's this very,
Damn.
very, very cinematic moment because she starts crying and she's dying from this gunshot wound.
Yeah.
Ferguson, like he's a little fucked up too from the stab wound. Uh, but I mean, it comes with the territory. Like you're a police officer, you're kind of used to getting stabbed every now and then.
Every once in a
Uh,
while.
every once in a while. In game, not real life, in game. So Ferguson's like, okay, but he's still wounded, and he's holding his wife. She's bleeding out, and she looks up to him and she says, "Listen, I'm so sorry. I need you to know that I really." Obviously, she didn't say all this so elegantly, but
Right.
obviously she was
Oh, this is beautiful
like,
already, dude.
"I'm
Goddamn.
so sorry, but it was all a ruse, darling. They told me to keep you distracted." So and then
Oh.
she's like, "Yeah." So then Ferguson's like, "Fuck." Like she was just a distraction, but she says like, I still loved you, and then she passes away. Well, she doesn't pass away there. She gets to the hospital. She goes to a different hospital. Promise, pinky swear, not the same hospital. And she gets treated, but she doesn't survive.
Damn.
Ferguson gets admitted as well. He recovers, and whenever he gets out, uh, he gets a little postcard from the previous chief of police, and that's whenever he's like, fuck, man. He's like, I let myself get distracted. I let myself get fucking sidelined. Uh, and then he goes and investigates Murdoch's house, and that's whenever he finds Murdoch dead. And he'd been dead for a while.
Damn.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole
This
thing.
is a good story, dude. I know a good one when I smell
It's got that smelly smell, the kind of smell
it.
that smells smelly.
Smelly.
So it's funny because um, it was set in Elyria, Ohio, because I was like, yeah, random city and a cool random state. So I was like, okay,
Sure.
I'll just name it Elyria. Elyria was actually named after the server that I had built for 5M, and then
Oh,
the state was Ohio. Little did I know that there's an actual city in Ohio named Elyria.
bruh.
What are the
Of
fucking
course.
odds? And I'm
That's
just like,
crazy.
do I change it in the story? You know what? Fuck it. No. I created so much. I created a map. I created geography. I've basically
Damn.
created a fucking language, a government, everything. I could tell you who the fucking guy down the street who sells soda pops is. His name's Frank. Wait, it's you. It's you.
It's me. I'm the guy.
You're the guy. Hey.
That's so
Uh
rich, my god.
Oh man, no, it gets so listen. I could you have, and I was thinking about creating an episode talking about my writing, bro. You have no idea. So
Yeah,
you've
go
got
off,
Thomas
man.
James, you've got Thomas James Ferguson, the detective novel that's set in like the 1980s, kind of 2000s. Then you got Noah Sean, which is his son, because he had a son with his wife
Ooh.
before she passed away. His son kind of blames his dad because Ferguson doesn't know how to tell his son what happened,
Yeah,
and
no kidding.
uh like how do you tell your son, hey, I kind of kind of killed your mom? How do you
Whoopsie.
tell your son that, especially
Yeah,
because he
fuck.
was he was 16 at the time. He was young. His son was young. It's like, how do you tell your son that? How do you tell your kid that?
Yeah,
And he really
old
struggles with
enough
it
to
for a
know.
long time. Yeah. Then the day, I wouldn't say the day, but he goes to tell his son, and there's a note. He took too long. His son left, And the story of Noah kind of dies off after that. You don't really know
Wow.
much. Ferguson spends a lot of time looking for him, but he gets caught up in the case. He's telling himself, I can't let myself get distracted again. I was like, my son's not a distraction, but I have to solve this case. Um, so, he's drawn into his work again and becomes basically his father. Whenever
Man.
Ferguson was a child in the beginning of the story, you learn that his father was a police officer. His father was drowning in his work. He didn't have a loved one, like his wife had left a long time ago, and all this
Cycle
stuff.
continues.
Yeah.
God
Uh,
damn.
he was an alcoholic, all that. Ferguson became his father, and it was a very sad full circle. Uh,
It's so good though. Holy shit.
Yeah. So Noah gets his own book. That's why it kind of trails off. Nobody knows where Noah is, all that. He actually becomes a lawyer.
Ooh.
And it's, bro, Noah's story is so great. So he he finds his mom or no, he finds his mom's grave, sorry. His mom's dead.
Mm.
Finds his mom's grave and because nobody told him where she was buried because he left before he even knew anything. What he didn't know is by the time so because his wife, Ferguson's wife, she was a distraction. You know, Noah didn't know that. Noah didn't know that there was some, underlying organized crime that was kind of putting her in place to distract
Yeah.
Ferguson. So
God
Noah
damn.
didn't know that. So whenever Noah left and he found his mom's tombstone, and then he, did a bunch of research and he found out what happened. He runs into the son of the man who hired his mom to distract Ferguson.
Whoa.
Because by that time in the story, like obviously the big bad guy is taken down. Ferguson at the end of the story has an altercation with the big bad guy.
Sure, yeah.
So, uh, which I'm not going to tell you if he wins or not, but I will tell you that uh, the ending is the ending. Um,
Oh,
but yeah,
how it is.
Noah's right. So Noah he meets up with this guy named Anthony Scaletta, and he's part of the Scaletta
Oh,
bloodline. Yeah.
I love that.
So
You a Mafia fan?
Uh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'm playing
So
through 3 right now again. I just went through the first 2.
yeah, yeah. So he meets up with this guy named Anthony Scaletta, and Anthony wants kind of revenge for what happened to his dad. And it's really cool because there's like a big redemption arc where they actually end up working together and becoming friends. They work together as like a temporary truce, but it becomes okay, you know what? We're gonna be better than our fathers. We're not gonna
Damn.
become who our fathers were. And it's actually God, it's a spinning of a tale because then you're like they just ended like what a lot of people consider to be a generational curse. You know,
Yeah.
you know
Shit.
Anthony's fa- Anthony's father became just like his father, and Ferguson became like his father. But Noah and Anthony, no, they're gonna become their own thing. They're gonna do their own thing. So
Wow.
Anthony stays in organized crime. Obviously, obviously Noah stays a lawyer. But Anthony does his whole family differently. He makes it more about like order and like democracy within it, and you know less about taking advantage of people and more about like helping people. He uses his father's fortune in kind of a more positive way. So more of like opening businesses and keeping them going and supporting locale and stuff. So it becomes really good. Now there's another story. So there's Anthony Scaletta's POV. I'm gonna write an Anthony
Mm.
Scaletta where it's his story leading up to Noah, where
Oh,
Anthony's trying to find Noah. It's while Noah like because Noah leaves when he's 16. He runs
right.
into Anthony whenever he's like 25. So there's a
Oh.
long period of silence there. Uh, so Anthony between those years is searching for Noah. Uh, he searches for Ferguson first. He finds Ferguson, and he actually no, spoiler, he kills Ferguson. He kills Thomas. In Anthony's book, he kills Ferguson. And
Ooh-wee.
he doesn't feel anything. He thought he would feel like satisfied. He thought that the vengeance would be over. But
Mm.
as we all know, like it's a bottomless bucket. So then he goes after Noah. He's like, you know what? I know that if I go after someone that he cared about, if I go after his son, that'll help me feel better. So he goes after
Man,
Noah. That whole story and then the redemption of it, it's great.
fucking
There's
hey, dude, this
another
is so good.
story.
It's
Dude, it's
inspiring
a
me to
whole
write up right now.
There's another story where Tobias Ferguson, which is based in 1899.
Hey,
So,
yo.
yeah.
What
And
a
this
time for
this
crime.
right. Bro, it feels like Back to the Future. You know, you've got the one
Yeah.
story in 1980, you've got the one story in like the early like 2020s, and then you've got the one story in like 1899. Not
Oh,
even shitting
so
you. It
good.
feels just like Back to the Future. But 1899, this young Irish kid, you know, his father's like, you're gonna be a carpenter. You're gonna be do this, and Ferguson's like, no, that's not what I'm gonna do. He doesn't know what he wants to do, but it's certainly not that. So he hitches a ride on a ship in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
And he's hiding in a barrel, like halfway into sea. There's crashing, and he realizes there's a lot of cannon fire, and then like his barrel tips over, and he manages to crawl his way up deck. Somebody runs into him, and he's like, he hands him a tankard, and goes, "Oh, look at ya! Oh, you must be rightfully fucking thirsty." And he thinks he's on a pirate ship. It doesn't make sense in 1899. No, but it's my writing.
Hell yeah,
I
baby.
choose the
Just
rules,
turn it up.
motherfucker. Turn it up. So he's
He's
on
a
a
Great
fucking
Lakes
pirate
pirate.
ship. He's a Great Lakes pirate, and he sneaks on top, and there's a bunch of shit going down, whatever. And he's on this like obviously like steampunk pirate ship because in the 1899,
Ooh,
you've got some steam powered vessels. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
yeah.
wooden, kind of metal, kind of steampunk, kind of sails. That cool
Yeah,
little
like a
mixture
Civil
there.
War ironclad, man.
Yeah. So
Hell
the
yeah.
ship, the ship crashes. Excuse me. The
Okay.
ship crashes. Tobias is stranded on an island with these pirates. And the pirate lord, the leader, obviously, he's, barking out orders, getting everything set up. He seems like a super charismatic guy, super compassionate. And then one day, they start making regular runs to the mainland, which is America. So they start making regular runs. It's like, think of it like, because I didn't ever specify where, but it's kind of
Mm.
like Cuba and Texas. Like
Okay,
he
sure.
would be traveling across the Gulf of Mexico, which is a good trek. It is. They'd be landing in Texas. So they make regular runs for supplies, whatever. And while they're doing that, at one point the pirate lord invites this girl who's looking for her daughter who went missing. And
Ooh.
one of the other pirates is telling Ferguson, like, hey, the pirate lord is probably gonna kill her because he killed her daughter. That's why she's looking for her
Oh,
daughter and came here because that's where all the clues lead to.
oh shit.
And so, like, Ferguson looks up and he sees the two of them walking this path, and the pirate lord walks by Ferguson and he gives a code word that he learned. He says, "Hey, go take her for a walk by the waterfall." And like
Ooh.
waterfall, that was like a code word. I was like, "Oh shit." So Tobias knows he's got to kill her. So he walks with her. They're talking, and she's giving her whole story about how wonderful and beautiful her daughter was, and she's been looking for her for a while now, and she thinks there's something going on with this pirate lord, but she's just not sure yet.
Oh
Ferguson
man.
hands her a note and says, "This is all the evidence you need. This is my written statement that you need." And everything like, this is where you're gonna find your daughter. This is where she's buried. This is everything you need. And he goes, "Listen, you need to go because they want you to die. They're trying to kill you." So
Mhm.
she doesn't understand it, and then all like within like minutes, you can see that the other pirates have kind of figured out what Ferguson is doing. They see
Ooh.
him handing a letter off. They see him trying to usher her to leave, and they start charging in like guns out, everything. And he's like trying to get this girl to go. He hops on his horse and he's like, "Yo, listen, you need to go." She hops on hers. They both leave in different directions. Excuse me. He ends up in the high up in the mountains. He leaves Texas. He leaves the South completely. He's up in like
Golly.
Minnesota, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and he meets like a deaf couple up in the snowy mountains. And he stays at their cabin. He walk. It's actually really it's a really beautiful scene because like he doesn't know sign language, but he goes up to them and he's trying to talk to them, and
Yeah.
they're very sweet. And he says like, "Oh hey, like, you know, I'm just trying to like stay low for a little bit." And he's like, I promise, like I'm not any danger. I'm not bringing any danger. I just need a place to rest." And they pointed over to the cabin. It was and they would bring him food every morning. And it was super. It's
Wow.
a super calm after the storm section there.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, then you
Healing.
get this. Yeah, then you get this whole story as Tobias. Like he's hiding up in the hills. Eventually, he comes down. He runs into one of his friends from the pirate gang, uh, and she pretty much tells him like, "Hey, like if you come back here, I have to kill you. Like it's just what I have to do." She's like, we have a contract for your head, so you have to stay wherever you were. Don't tell me where, but that's where you need to stay." So he goes back up there, but eventually comes back down again after he learns that uh, the pirate lord was taken down by his son, and he signs up with the deputies, becomes a deputy, eventually becomes a judge. All this stuff, really cool stuff.
Fucking
Really
A,
cool
dude.
stuff.
God
So
damn, that's what's so magical to me about writing is like we're all told how to write. We're all like we all will go through the handwriting exercises when we're young and like literally nothing else. Like we have all this potential to just tell our own story the way we tell it. That's so beautiful. And what a
I,
good story. God damn. I'm excited to
yeah,
catch
I
this once it's
appreciate it.
published. Yeah,
I
man. It's
think I think it's very tragic that in today's world, people are told this is how you should dream, this is how you should believe, this is how you should create. You
God
need to
damn
fit
right.
this tiny little box in order to be acceptable. Like,
It's
don't get me wrong, there are things that work better than others, but the
sure.
number one thing that's going to work the most for any of us is to be 100% ourselves.
Yeah, and lean
100%.
into it.
Yeah,
Fucking
absolutely.
A, dude.
My writing style is nothing compared to yours. That doesn't make mine better, doesn't make yours better, but both of ours are
Exactly.
equally beautiful and unique.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Distinct, and each of us our own.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I've, I feel like I've sabotaged your episode here, Frank.
No, not at all, dude. I like hearing about it. I mean, what a story. Fucking hell. It's your
Dude.
podcast, you know?
You're right. You're right. You know that just listen. I I like it when we can sit here and we can talk, and if somebody sits here and listens to me ramble for 30 minutes, like kudos to you, man, because that's rough.
Hey. No, I like it. I'm into it. I love being talked to.
Yeah. Talked with, I hope, not talked to. I would hate to
Yeah,
talk
no,
to you.
exactly. Talked with.
Yeah, I need to be like, listen to me, Frank, about my crazy stories. Not you, Risky. Hi, Risky.
Ooh,
Yeah?
meow.
How does that make you feel? No? Really?
Oh, silly
That's
kitty.
crazy. Silly kitty. Um, well, I tell you what, we're we're already peaking at an hour, by the way, which it doesn't even feel like. But
Really? What the fuck?
um, no, listen, man, it's fine. We can keep going. I don't
Hey,
mind.
damn. I didn't realize it's been an hour
Um,
already.
excuse me. So,
Oh, yeah.
um, yeah, man. So I would love to hear more about your writing. So I already know about like, your inspiration, like your
Oh,
writing
yeah.
style, the books you're writing right now. What is like what's a goal of yours? Like for me, like my goal is to hopefully publish by the end of this year. I want to publish my documentary. But what's like a big goal for you? What's something your dream is yelling at you from the sidelines?
I honestly, I would just like to make a living doing something that makes me happy, which is a lot to ask for, I know. But if I
No,
can
I don't think
turn
so.
well,
I
I
think
feel
that's
like a lot
awesome.
of people don't have the luxury of doing things that they enjoy. They just have to do things they have to do to survive,
Mm. No,
which
that's
I can
the
relate to. I'm gonna have to get
yeah.
like a part-time job after Christmas just to keep shit afloat.
Yeah, I think that that's one of the hardest things about being a dreamer, about being a creative is, you're sitting in this space and you're like, man, I wish that what I loved was making me enough money to live because then
Yeah,
I truly would feel like I'm living, you know? Like
exactly.
you're
Like
not
I
you're
write
not
every
asking to
day.
be a millionaire. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to be able to live. I want to be able to get groceries.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, that's another thing that I hope this podcast brings about is I hope we all get exposure. If honestly, if y'all use this as a launching pad and I stay in the sidelines, I'm cool with that. I would love to see you guys. I would love to see you succeed, everybody else succeed. Um,
Fucking I, dude. That's beautiful.
yeah, yeah. And honestly, just keep at it because I think consistency is key, and you're doing a great job. You are.
Thank
Like you're
you.
not ignoring your spark. You're not ignoring that little flame inside of you that's saying, "This is what I love. This is what I want." And it's okay if like because there was somebody who was talking to me the other day. They're like, I just don't know what's the point anymore? What's the purpose anymore? And that's okay. Don't ever belittle yourself for not knowing. If you ever sit in a moment where you're like, I just don't know what the point is anymore. I don't know why I'm
Fucking
still
I.
going. Well, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But just sit with yourself and go, okay, you know what? Let's like 9 times out of 10, you just need a little bit of rest. You need to take care of yourself. Relax a
Yeah.
little bit. Because usually whenever your brain goes, I don't know what the point is anymore, it's usually like overly worked,
Yeah,
you
just
know?
exhaustion,
Because a
you
lot of
know?
us, yeah, exhaustion. We've got school, we've got, we've got college, we've got work, we've got these dreams of ours, we're writing or we're working or whatever. And we're going and we're going and we're going and we're going and we're going. And we don't forget that our brain needs rest, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it sure does.
even if you're not a religious person in the Bible, God rested on the seventh day. God rested on the seventh day. Spartans, they laid camp before they went after the fucking Persians or Xerxes. What's his
Goddamn
nuts?
right.
You know?
Gotta get oiled
Spartans
up.
rested. God rested. You feel me?
Yeah.
I guarantee you Genghis Khan had a fucking pumpkin pie before he wrecked half the fucking universe. Okay?
Fuck yeah, nice cup of
All right.
horse milk.
You know,
Goddamn.
Thanos was probably like, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee before I snap the universe in half. You know what I mean? Like I guarantee it.
Hell yeah, man.
So, take care of yourself. And, I hate to say it, but sometimes you should look at analytics, but don't overly fixate on them. Don't go, I haven't written in like a year. I haven't written in like a
Mm.
month. It's something that Larimore said, and I'm still trying to convince him to get a Discord because he's so inspiring. He's a self-published author. He has a lot of books,
Hell
and
yeah.
yeah, he works in fantasy. He works in sci-fi. He's really, really inspiring.
Very
And
cool.
yeah, if I can get him to join the freaking Discord, uh, he's a really cool guy. One of my first episodes I ever had, and something he said that really hit me was, "You don't have to paint every single day to be considered a painter. You're working on
Man,
your craft as you go. Even if you only touch the pen once every 6 months, that's still you dreaming. That's still you pushing for it. Because we all have to
wow.
survive. We all have to work a
Yeah.
9 to 5 that we hate. And, hopefully, as you say in Arabic, inshallah, hopefully,
Inshallah.
inshallah, which means if God so wills it, then let it be.
Indeed.
Hopefully, one day we can do what we love and make enough to survive. You know? That's honestly the most beautiful goal, because you're not
Fucking
hopeful to be famous. You're not hopeful to be rich. You're not hopeful to, you know, get whatever. You're hopeful for survival, for oxygen, you know?
yeah. Just just making it happen, honestly.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I'm glad to have you here, Frank. I'm glad that you're a part of the
Thank you.
community. I
Thank you
think
for having
that
me, Chris.
yeah, I think your story's inspiring, bro. I think
Thank
it
you.
is.
God.
A lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's boring." No, it's an incredible story. A guy's working his way. He's like, like I don't really, you know, and no, because most people when they're 18, they're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm
Fucking
supposed to
A,
go to
man.
college. I don't even know what I want. You are literally someone who didn't really have your purpose aligned until you were 20, and then you're like, "Yo,
Yeah.
this is what I want. I want to be a writer. I want to be an author." And ever since then, you're just locked in on that. And you know what?
Yeah,
And if it
man.
changes, that's okay. I wanted to be a
Yeah.
lawyer my
Damn.
whole life. Yeah. I wanted to be a lawyer my whole life. You know what convinced me not to be? My grandfather, rest his soul. He told
Mm.
me that he was like, "You want to be a lawyer? You like lying? That's what you like, Chris? You like being a liar?" He was obviously teasing. But I was like, "Oh God, he's right. He's right."
Grandpas.
I can't listen, man. I can't lie for shit. I can't lie for shit. You could tell the instant I start lying because it's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, and, uh, and this, and, yeah, I'm just awful at it. I just can't do it."
It's
Uh,
'cause you're genuine.
eh, I try to be. I'm humble.
Yeah, man.
I try to be. I'm not perfect. I
That's
I
all we can do.
definitely I lie sometimes. I do. I do a little bit of bamboozling every now and then.
I've been known to bamboozle.
Yes, last night I told a coworker that I actually, cared about the fact that they were having a rough day, but I didn't.
Oh, man.
Oh, he can eat a dirty sock. Anyways, so no, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Uh, but no, we'll definitely do another episode together, Frank. This was really great,
Aw,
and
hell yeah,
I
dude.
yeah, I appreciate you for being here. Is there anything
Thank
you wanna talk about? Because I know that I've kind of had the spotlight this episode.
No, I mean, really, I don't mind, like, I feel like, I'm a good reciprocator, like, like, I feel like somebody gives me something to talk to, and then that's when my brain can work, and I can actually, like, illuminate on something. Because otherwise, I feel like it's hard for me to use words in place of,
Yeah.
like, speaking words instead of written words. Like, written words I can figure out. I have time to figure them out.
Mhm, mhm.
But,
No,
like,
I'm just
I
no, go
oh,
ahead, go ahead.
I've had those feelings, like, "Man, what the fuck am I even doing? Like, I should just delete all this crap. It's not nobody's ever gonna see it. No one's ever gonna enjoy it." But I know those sensations are passing, and, like, I have such good people for support, like, Anthony's at Yellow Voices, what if one of my best mates, like, so supportive. You, Chris, you are such a supportive person. I I just get it from all these sources. I'm like, "I don't even know what I did to deserve this." But I must be doing something right.
Yeah, it's like you're surrounded by 5 different Thanksgiving tables, and you're just like, "There's so much food. Where do I even begin?" No, listen, that's literally what it's about. And I know for a lot of people, it's hard to find a support system, but I'm telling
Fucking
you,
A, man.
anybody listening, anybody who's out there and needs a support system, let this space be your support system. Absolutely.
Goddamn.
Whenever we sit here, I imagine that all of you guys are listening as well, that you're sitting here with us. You know, your stories are just as meaningful, just as beautiful as Frank's. Every bit of it.
No.
Every bit of it. Because there's something that I learned a long time ago, and it's that, everybody wants to be perfect. Because I used to have a perfectionist mindset, and I still kind of do.
Mm,
And what I learned is to be perfectly human, you have to be imperfect. You
yeah,
have to, because humans are imperfect, and that's what makes us beautiful. Our
yeah.
stories are beautiful because they're not perfect, because they're kind of tragic,
And
because
we
things
try
don't
anyway.
always. Yeah, speaking of plans, let me just look over my session notes here. It was let Frank do most of the talking because you're super fucking tired. So
Oh, that's so good.
that didn't happen. No, but that's
Uh,
my favorite. I cannot tell you how like this is a great example. I literally only slept for a couple hours last night.
oof,
And
me too.
bro, I'm sitting here talking to you like I'm so woken up right now. Like it's incredible.
Yeah. Oh, man. God
Somebody's
damn,
making a lot of noise outside my apartment door. Stop it.
oh, it's and thank you for inviting me back too. Like, it's been I feel so validated just for being on your show. Like, this I feel visible, you know?
Yeah, no, and the thing is, if you ever listen, if you ever need anything, we don't have to be in a podcast episode. We don't have to be recording ever. It's not like I'm only going to talk to you like this if we're in a recording session.
Yeah.
No, man. I just wanted people to hear your story because your story is so important. So, yeah, if you ever need to talk, you can give me a call, shoot me a message, whatever. If you ever need anything, if you need a bit of inspiration, you can check out my. Have you seen my Words of Christum, by the way?
Yeah, that's just awesome.
I don't know
This
if it's
this
actually
Discord server is
inspiring,
something else, man. Yeah, it is. I feel so
but
like I feel the connection. I feel like you're sitting there in the walk-in texting something to the group chat and just like a profound thought you had. Like that's cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yes, to be or not to be, or as you say in French, être ou non être.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. Je ne sais quoi. Yeah.
Man.
No, that's literally it's something that I said in an episode one time is like whenever we sit here and we're sitting together and we're talking, everybody leaves a little piece of themselves in this room. You know, I'm in
Oh.
my studio apartment. I don't have soundproofing. I don't have a fancy anything. Honestly, the fanciest thing I have is from my friend Jake, who bought me this microphone. And
Nice. Hell yeah.
he's a super cool guy. This microphone's a couple $100. It's the fanciest thing I own. Um, no, not really. I have other fancy things, but this has been this microphone's been through some shit. Like,
God damn.
okay, previous marriage, I had this microphone. The
Wow.
relationship before that, I had this microphone. While I was sleeping in my car, I had this microphone. I was using it for D&D sessions. Whenever I was
Wow.
playing D&D, I was using this microphone. And then now I have, for the podcast, I have this microphone. So
Look
this
at you go,
microphone's
dude.
it's seen it, man. You know?
Hell yeah. A
So
constant companion.
constant companion. Well,
That's how
anyways,
I feel about this laptop. I got it just to write on because my wrist started to hurt. I typed the first 3 books I did on my phone,
as you should. As you should.
and this
Builds character.
laptop I'm talking to you on now is the first investment I've made in this journey.
I think it's one of the hardest things, man. For me, it's so hard to say. Well, for me, it's hard to invest in myself. So it's like, oh, I need this
Yeah.
or I need that. Okay, that makes sense. But it's like, oh man, I need to invest in something like really big. I need a
Fucking
new
A.
microphone. Like if this microphone failed tomorrow, I would need to twist my own arm. But what would come to me, and this is something that's been helping me lately, is going, I know I can't afford it, but this is for my dream. This is for my goals, you know?
Fucking A.
And now where I'm sitting now is in an incredible position where we have so much momentum, Frank. We're
Yeah.
doing we're doing interviews every week with people that I don't even know. I'm
That's
sitting with
awesome.
random people that it's like barely planned. Just, hey, you want to hop on a call and talk? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Like
Yeah.
the composer, and I mean, dude, and it's this incredible climb that I am honored, I am blessed to be a part of. And I think it's something that it's gonna take some getting used to. But I
Mm.
hope and I pray that I never lose sight of what this podcast is all about. Which it really is. It's you, Frank. It's all the
Aw.
listeners out there. It's every creator who's ever dared to dream and say, no, I want more than just working my ass off for 50 years. I want to do what I love.
Fucking
That's what
A,
I
man.
want. I want to have to learn. You know what I want to have to learn, Frank? I want to have to learn how to submit taxes on income that I made myself.
Goddamn right. Nobody else involved.
Nobody else
Well,
involved.
yeah,
I think it's
man.
called an I-9 form where it's like self-made income or whatever the fuck. I want to learn how to fill that form out because I have to, because I'm making money. Like, I'm not saying I want to make money off this podcast, but my dream is to be an actor. That's my
Hell
dream.
yeah.
I want to
Shit.
be on stage. I want to be under those lights. I want to have a microphone in my hand. I want to do my silly accents and do my silly choreography. And I want to hear the audience cheer and I want to be there in that moment and say, "You know what? I entertained them. And this was fun.
Aw.
I got to be somebody else." That's the beauty of acting is I get to be somebody else for 5 minutes. That's what I love
Oh,
about
man.
it, you know?
You're a
That's why
beautiful
I
soul,
love
Chris.
That's what I love about writing too, is I mean you literally get to write other people's narratives. You get to step outside of your own for a little bit, you know?
Yeah, enter a world that doesn't have to exist.
Dude, with my D&D campaign, bro, if I sat down and told you the lore of my D&D campaign, you would be like, "Chris, how do you exist? Like you think of so much, bro." It's my ADHD. I
Straight up,
don't
going all the time.
dude, always going. I'm running 25 tabs constantly, day in, day out. Day in, day out. Frank, I think this is the longest episode I've ever had, and I'm okay with that.
Really? What the fuck?
Yeah. No,
That's cool.
you're definitely the threshold. Like, if I consider my it depends. No, no. It because I said episode. The September special. So if you
Mm.
go back and you listen to the September special, it's 5 episodes that
Ooh.
it was me and my two friends sat down and recorded for like 3 or 4 hours. And I split that recording up into multiple episodes. So
Dang.
technically, you're still the longest episode, an hour and 18 minutes.
Wow. I'm
Wow.
flattered.
Yeah,
God
yeah,
damn.
yeah. That's
Wow.
awesome, though. Like honestly, like I can imagine that listeners probably really enjoy listening to me ramble for an hour. Us ramble for an hour and a half, if you will. Uh,
Dude, a sneak peek at this awesome detective novel? That was fucking cool as shit.
yeah, yeah. And maybe if you would be down, I can send you the Google Doc and you can get an idea. It's
Absolutely.
I don't even think it's a very long story. I mean, after writing my documentary is 25,000 words. And
Ooh,
that's only a
yeah.
year of stuff. That's my story. That's my story from leaving Oklahoma to,
Damn.
finalizing my divorce in New York and then coming back to New York. Uh,
What a
a
journey, dude.
whole yeah, oh man. Oh, brother. I could I could talk about it so much. I've learned so much this last year. And I whether you're religious or not, I do think that the universe, at the very least, or God, if you do so choose to believe,
Mm.
has a way of giving us exactly what we asked for. But God, does it suck. You know?
Ooh, you earn it for sure.
Yeah, you want peace? You have to walk through chaos. You want
Mhm.
resilience? Oh, you gotta earn that shit. You gotta wake up every fucking day. You gotta push for that. You want muscle? You gotta earn that. You can't just wake up and God snaps his fingers and suddenly you look like fucking I don't know, who's a really strong guy? John Cena, I guess? I don't know.
It's just fucking Spider-Man transition overnight.
You wake up and you look like Jake Paul? Like, no, that's not gonna happen, bro. You're not gonna wake up and be all no. You have to put in the work, you know? And I think that's beautiful though. Because
Goddamn.
what I've learned is that if you're just given something, and I'm not saying it's not earned because we're all trying to make it. We're all suffering in our own ways. But if you're just given something, you don't value it as much if you had to bleed a little bit for it, you know?
Yeah, you actually
Like,
earn it. I feel the same way, like,
yeah.
I shared this victory with my good friends. I bought myself a PS5. I saved up all this leaf raking money and taken my neighbor to the doctor, and I got a PS5 so I could play Death Stranding 2, and that's a fucking achievement, man.
I'm sorry, you have place. What's your gamer tag? I'm looking you up right now. No, I'm
Poopty
just kidding.
scoopty.
Poopty Scoopty? Are you dead ass?
Yeah, Poopty scoopty
Bro,
77.
I'm looking you up right now.
Oh my god, dude, what a journey it's been. Like I've never bought something like that for myself before, and I feel like I fucking earned it. Like, and I feel the glow coming off of you too. I feel the glow coming off of my good friend Anthony. I could just
I'm
feel it.
sorry, I'm looking you up. Poopty Scoopty?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Poopty.
Actually, I'm on my PlayStation right now. I could just back to menu.
77?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
one.
What is that? Crash? Is that, no, who is that? Jack and Dexter?
Yeah, yeah, that's me.
There we go. All right,
Yo, right
it
there.
says I sent you a friend request. There you go.
Right there on the podcast.
Live on the podcast, man. Live on the podcast. Um, but anyways, I actually have to get ready for work now, so I do have to
Oh,
go. Yeah,
hell yeah, dude, you
unfortunately.
know?
The 9 to 5. But listen, man, it was great talking to you. We will absolutely schedule another day.
Hell
It'll
yeah.
probably the earliest I'm looking at with my schedule is like mid-January right now because everyone is like, "Yo, beginning of January, let's go. Let's do it." Um,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, and I'm flexible and we'll see where this, job lands because 'cause I'll probably be starting up work then.
Yeah, no worries, man. Like honestly, good luck with that. Keep up your writing, keep up the fantasy stuff. And listen, if you need to spend something by me, if you're like, hey, I just want a second set of eyes, I think one of the
Oh
greatest
yeah.
things about having other writers in this community is that we can kind of like share off of each other, and it's not going to be a situation where we're like, oh, I'm better than you, let me critique. It's like, hey, let me take a look at this. Let me be a second set of eyes for you because I want to
Yeah.
see you succeed, Frank. I want to see you win.
Fresh
I want to see you
perspective.
win.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn
Also,
it,
you're
dude.
you're not going to be the only Frank. There's another Frank coming. I'm sorry.
Oh hell yeah! Finally,
Yeah.
I've known like one other Frank my whole life, and that's my own grandfather. So
Well, that's if he joins the Discord. I mean, listen, man. I'm just trying to get everybody to join the Discord because having a community of dreamers, that has just become my goal. My
fuck
goal. All
yeah.
right. Well,
No, here you are,
Frank,
Chris, right at the center of it all, man. You're keeping it all together. You are the show.
I am the I am the publisher. I am the director. I am the
Yeah, you're
no,
lifting
but
us all up.
really it is all of us together. It's a giant tree of branching vines, and it's beautiful. It is. It's
Okay.
gorgeous. You know, every time that I sit down with someone and I talk with them, they're coming onto the tree with me. They're making their way up, and as you climb up, you're bringing your own vines, bro. And those vines, they
Oh
make the
man.
tree more beautiful. They make the tree more healthy, more vibrant. Like Dina's working on music for the podcast, so I don't have to keep using crappy lo-fi that I find on the internet. I love lo-fi, but
Yeah, me too.
some of it, I'm trying to. There are a few things with the podcast that are a little bit AI generated, and I'm trying to get rid of it. I have a friend who's actually drawing up a logo for us, like
Ooh,
painting one. So it's going to be like literal
dude.
paint, which is going to be dope. And then Dina's making intro and outro music for us. We've got Ziello, Anthony doing the outro. We've got
So
Michael
cool.
doing the intro. Here in a little bit, I want to have our uh, voice acting community because we have a lot of voice actors, and I
We
want to
sure
get
do.
all of them to like, hey, submit a intro and submit an outro, and maybe it'll be used in an episode. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but it'll be in my hard drive if I choose to throw it in there. That way I can switch it up sometimes. Like sometimes it'll be Anthony, or sometimes it'll be Goldner, sometimes it'll be this person or that person or this person. And the craziest
Awesome.
thing of it all is honestly, we should be sponsored by TikTok. Because if it wasn't for TikTok, I wouldn't have met half these guys. And they're all
Real.
incredible. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it made my whole day just coming on this show.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you, man. We're gonna come into it again. It looks like we have our first community meeting coming up on January 8th, I think is the day that I put in. Hopefully it doesn't change, but if it does, I'll let you know. Obviously, gonna let everybody know. Um, and man, it's about to be Christmas, you know.
Mhm.
Uh,
Happy
hopefully you
holidays, folks.
yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Hopefully, if you have time, spend time with family, but if not, see me. Yeah, I'm living it solo, living La Vida Loca, whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
So, I'm just gonna be up here in New York chilling. So, if y'all don't have anybody to spend Christmas with, you guys can hang out with me in the Discord. We can just, I'll even show a picture of my Christmas tree, and we'll all have a
Hell
great
yeah.
time. I'll mail you
Yeah.
some eggnog. I don't know how long
Yeah.
it'll be by the time you get it, but
We'll watch the YouTube Yule log.
let's go. Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
be
thanks
it'll
for
be
having me.
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a good night, okay? You let me know if you ever need anything, okay?
You too, Chris. You have a good day at work, all right?
Thanks. Bye.
Catch you later, man.
Now recording.
Hey there, this is friend of the show, Anthony Ziello, and I just wanted to say thanks for stepping into the walk-in today. If this episode spoke to you, go ahead and follow the show, and catch us every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can find the walk-in on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you listen. And if you want to hang with our community, come join the Discord. We'd love to have you there. A huge shout out to the Podmatch community for having us with them. Their support for Dreamers is unmatched. Until next time, take a breath, stay inspired, and as always, we'll walk together again next week.